Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I believe that the minister responsible for homelessness is off to a good start, but there are concerns being raised with respect to working with camps, how money is being spent, and the overwhelming need for the rent top-up. Social housing took a hit in recent years, and homes are still not being built or acquired fast enough. The average low rent for a bachelor apartment is $873, that's if you can find one, and the rent benefit for someone on EIA is $638. How is a person on EIA expected to find an affordable place to live?
The Honourable Minister of Families.
Miigwech to the member for Tyndall Park for that important question. Our team at Families is working very, very hard, particularly in the rent assist benefit. That I'll remind the House today and the member, and I know that the member would be acutely aware of this, that members opposite, when they were in their failed, cold, callous, inept government, actually decrease and cut the funding to rent assist. I'm proud that our government and our department and our team are dedicated to ensuring that rent assist is there for those that need it every single day.
That's right.
The Honourable Member for Tyndall Park on a supplementary question.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. EIA rates in Manitoba have not increased in decades. This government, while in opposition, demanded that rates go up, yet they have not prioritized this after a year and a half in power. Being homeless increases the demand for soup kitchens and food banks, it increases hospitalization, and poverty is one of the root causes of crime. Between this government's $180 million in increased tax revenue in 2024 and $337 million in equalization payments from the federal government, how has this provincial government done nothing to raise the EIA rates so that people can afford sustainable housing?
The Honourable Minister of Families.
Miigwech for that important question. And the member and I will agree on this, that when members opposite were in their failed government, they did not raise EIA rates. And I think that that's important to put on the record that for 7.5 years, they had no concern for folks that were struggling. I'll also remind the House that members opposite, when they were in their failed government, wouldn't even raise the minimum wage. I think they went like the first 2 years by not doing it, then they raised it by 10 cents, then they raised it by 5 cents. Members opposite don't have a leg to stand on when we talk about affordability, or when we talk about trying to ensure that those most vulnerable Manitobans are
First time has expired. The Honourable Member for Tyndall Park on a final supplementary question.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. We have strong advocates here in Manitoba with decades of research who regularly remind us MLAs that people who rely on EIA are among the most vulnerable in our province. There are more than 1,200 people in Winnipeg alone experiencing homelessness on any given night. These are families, the elderly, people with disabilities, and with mental health conditions, just to name a few, Honourable Speaker. Will this government commit in Thursday's budget to ensure that those experiencing housing insecurity will be able to afford to live with their basic needs met by immediately increasing EIA rates to a livable basic benefit?
The Honourable Minister of Families.
When we came into government, one of the first things that we did was that we passed legislation to lift people out of poverty, to ensure that folks that are on EIA could also pursue education. And we're very proud of that, and our EIA staff are working with Manitobans to ensure that either it's a pathway to employment or that they've got a pathway to education, and that's a commitment of our government. What else did we do? We also doubled the prenatal benefit. We know that when Manitobans have the good things that they need while they are pregnant, that has long-lasting benefits to Manitobans. What was the other thing we did? Oh, right. We instituted a universal food school nutrition program.
First time has expired.